I'm Marty Michelle, and I'm starting to show you the ways to use the Kaleido-Ruler, our multi-size tool for cutting Kaleidoscope quilts. The first thing we're going to cut is the large triangle. Now I have fabric here, green and white print and a white background, to use as my samples for cutting. So my first pieces that I'm going to cut are the dark Kaleido-Angles. I'm going to use a ruler that doesn't have white paper behind it so I can see that, of course. Now I've just got a full width of fabric. Those of you who've paid attention to my demonstrations before or been in a class with me know that I almost always cut strips on the lengthwise grain. In this case, I'm actually going to cut full width of fabric because when I do and I cut the strips, then, let me go back to this just a minute, the lengthwise grain will be on the longest dimension of the piece. So, cutting strips crosswise, now my lengthwise grain is right there. So, all I need to know on a Kaleidoscope block to use this ruler is what size block I'm going to make. And let's say we're going to make an 8-inch block, because we could make an 8-inch block with either the small Kaleido-Ruler or the large Kaleido-Ruler. Now what you have to do is find on the left-hand side of the ruler, just come down the side, 6-inch block, 7-inch block, 8-inch block. That's the one we're making. And to find out what size strip, follow across that line, and it says cut strips 4 1/2 inches. Now the assumed word is wide, because a strip by definition is long. I could measure a 4 1/2 inch strip with my ruler, but again, if you've watched me cut before, you know that the way I like to cut is with I'm right-handed, I put my fabric to the left, my ruler is just a cutting edge, and I use the tool that I'm cutting with to measure my strip width. Because our Kaleido-Ruler has a blunt end at the top, I can put the line for the 8-inch block right there. I can put the ruler against it. I can true up a line on my folded edge. And because that's not a very big space, I like to check it a couple of places before I cut the strip. Ready to go. Now I'm going to cut my strip, put my cutter in and back, go forward, walk my fingers across the ruler, go all the way across, and now when there. But before I move the ruler, I find out whether I've got a full strip. Let's do it one more time. 4 1/2 inch, I need that 8-inch line right there. I need to true it up. Check it again, there we go. One more time. Good. Right there. I'm going to cut again. And the reason I wanted to do this is now I will stack the folded strips. So I've got actually 4 layers, don't I? 4 layers of fabric. And you remember the block has 4 dark strips, or 4 dark triangles even. So if I stack these, then with every cut that I make, I'm getting enough for 1 block. And that way, if I want to make 25 blocks, I'll just cut triangles 25 times instead of counting 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 100. Now I'm going to put the ruler, let me show you with the white paper again. Right-handed people tend to start at the right end of the strip, but I want you to start at the left end of the strip. That means every cut is going to be on the correct side of the ruler, but only if you put the ruler, see if I put it like this on this is awkward. But if I put the ruler half on, half off, this is going to be waste anyway. I just line up that 4 1/2 inch strip line, cut right here, and now as I rotate the ruler For the next cut, here we go. Line up the base. The edge will match. Make the second cut. There are 4 for one block, 4 for the next block. As soon as I make this cut, 4 more. Here we go, and in no time at all, I would have all the fabric cut for all the triangles. Now, if you want to do a variety of fabrics like the quilt on the wall, then you just stack assorted strips here. But still, if you cut in 4 layers, it makes it easy if you do that with any project you're working on. So if the number of pieces you need, multiply it by the number of, divide it even by the number of pieces in each block, and see if you can't cut that many layers. This is using the Kaleido-Ruler just for cutting the large triangle. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to use the ruler to measure strip widths and cut the small triangle. I hope you'll enjoy cutting Kaleidoscope quilts with our Kaleido-Ruler. I'm Marti Michelle. Thanks for watching.